For real, how do 4 equal 8 but 5 equal 10 though? I've been asking this shit since I was a little girl, and it get me mad every time I ask this. Like, how do it equivalate?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm home from work today and it's a beautiful day, sunny outside. People are outside in the pool, I can hear them splashing around, and what am I doing? I'm sitting at home going through clips of liberals for you guys. So in case you guys are wondering what's going on in the wonderful world of leftism, get ready for your daily dose of liberalism. Let's get into it, guys.
Breaking news, Donald Trump just had his mission accomplished moment. He just announced on Truth Social, congratulations to the entire world. We're having a ceasefire in 12 hours. It will be over and it will be known as the 12-day war. Brother, if you think this conflict just ended, I have beachfront property in Kentucky to sell you.
Damn, imagine people hating you so much that they didn't show up to your birthday party, so your response is to bomb a fucking country. Imagine it being summertime and you still have the world's worst spray tan. And don't even tell me that he doesn't have time to go outside and tan when he absolutely fucking does, because he goes golfing. He probably doesn't even use sunscreen. Everything just hates him that much. Anyways.
1, 2, impeach this fool. 3, 4, convict this whore. 5, 6, remove this prick. 7, 8, convict this ingrate. 9, 10, execute him. The end.
America's hopes should not hinge on a mayoral election in one city. But if Soran doesn't win,
Trump's a bitch.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. We don't like him. That's the word around here.
Any particular reason why you don't like him?
No clue at all. I'm just going with everybody else saying.
Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid.
Y'all want to know something? Is that I don't really care anymore. That fucking orange asshole is probably going to get us into World War III. We're all probably going to die. Why the fuck should I save for retirement? Why the fuck should I give a shit about anything? Why the fuck should I care? Why the fuck should I plan for my future? What does it fucking matter if we're all going to die? Like, it's just genuinely so insane to me. Like, I'm probably not gonna live past the age of 40 if I'm lucky, quote unquote lucky, because the apocalypse is probably gonna happen. Why the fuck should I care? Why the fuck should any of us care? Just fucking live every single day like it's your last, because it might be. Who the fuck knows? Goddamn.
Howdy, MAGA. How we doing? Doing pretty good? As am I. Doing a little bit of reading today. Oh, what am I reading? Oh. I'm particularly fond of Article 1, Section 8. And Article 1, Section 8 says that Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imports, and excess, to pay the debts provided for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. But all duties, imports, and excess shall be informed throughout the United States. You know, it's on page 44 that I really like. To declare war, grants of marque or reprisal, and make rules considering captures on land and water. Your president fucked up. He's not supposed to do that. See, it takes congressional notification. Congress was being notified as it was happening, but it's supposed to be within 48 hours before it takes place. So your president fucked up, and now we're getting ready to go into an all-out war.
I don't really understand. Was that supposed to be like a mic drop or a checkmate move of some sort? Because it really wasn't. I mean, the one flaw with this guy's entire argument that he was trying to make, as he stared into the camera so confidently, is this was not a declaration of war. I mean, if that's really the way that you guys read the Constitution, and if, you know, pretty much all dropping a single bomb counts as a declaration of war if you don't go through Congress, right? You got to go through Congress if it's a declaration of war, and Trump didn't do that. So if each bomb would count as a declaration of war, wouldn't that mean that Obama in his 8th year as president had over 12,000 declarations of war that didn't go through Congress? I don't understand. Did you liberals try that mic drop moment back then? That checkmate move? Did you guys try it back then? Oh, but no, I'm sorry, I forgot. You guys only became constitutional specialists in the year 2025 because it was necessary, because Trump is now your president. So you need to figure out ways that you can try and take him down, right? See, the thing is here, even if Trump had to go through Congress and if he oversteps something here, I still fully support that. And here's the reason why. It's not just the general public of liberals that are woke, empathetic simps. It's also your Congress members as well, and even some people that are Republicans. So hypothetically, in this situation here, if Trump did need to go through Congress to actually get their approval to do something like this because it was going to be considered as a declaration of war, you can kind of understand why he didn't do it. Because chances are your Democrat Party, you know, those America First true patriots that you have there, there's a good chance that somebody would have been tipped off in Iran. That information would have leaked out. So I can completely understand, despite the fact he did not need their approval, he did not need to go through Congress, they're just a little bit more butthurt that they weren't notified, that they were kept in the dark. And I can completely understand why the Trump administration made that decision to keep them in the dark. See, the difference is nowadays, my liberal friends, is you guys have a true leader. You guys now have a true president. And despite the fact that that's good for you and the rest of your country, it just pisses you guys off to the core that Trump always just seems to be 10 steps ahead of you guys every single time.
When are we going to stand up? How many more people have to die? We cannot bomb our way to peace, and we cannot just stay inside. The path to our future will only reveal itself when we start loving one another and stop focusing on ourselves. The key to peace is community. And until we all realize that, we will never be free.
Oh, Trump is so incompetent. He can't even bomb an active nuclear facility. Just nothing but ineptitude and incompetence from this administration. Especially the DUI hire that was live.
Just your friendly reminder that every single war in the history of the world has been started by a man. Not a woman, a man. So, can we give women a try now? Thanks.
Men, if you're still confused as to why we say it's all men, this is why. Anytime I walk anywhere, I get honked at multiple times.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I stopped at a gas station yesterday to get me some water and to sit in the shade for a little bit. I had this earphone on. Clearly, I was not looking to engage with anyone. An old man proceeded to harass me the entire time I was sitting there. He wouldn't stop asking questions. He wouldn't stop trying to talk to me. Even when I tried to ignore him, he repeatedly tried to get my attention.
We're not even done with this clip yet, and I'm calling bullshit, but the problem is with you liberals, you just don't know when to call it quits. You always put too much icing on the cake. We'll see where she's going.
And then, when he thought he had it, he asked me if I would give him a fucking blowjob. So yes, until enough of you stop that fucking behavior, it's all fucking men.
And of course she took it over the top. Her story is complete BS. This is just somebody who's looking for TikTok attention. I should probably actually bleep out that word, I guess. See, this is a problem with you liberal women nowadays, is you guys strive for feminism. And, you know, there was one thing, it came to like equal rights, equal pay for certain jobs and whatnot. Okay, that's all fair and fine. But then once that level playing field kind of kicked in, it wasn't good enough for you guys. You guys wanted to kick it into overdrive and kick it into a whole other gear. And if you really look at it, what you women have turned into, you ones that strive for feminism, not just regular women, I'm talking about the ones that really want to say that we don't need men. Men are not necessary in our lives. You guys have turned into female misogynists. Yet you want to criticize misogyny. You guys may not want to hear it, and you definitely won't agree with it, but the truth is you feminists are truly what is the issue in society nowadays. You guys are the #1, and I mean by far, #1 advocators for bodily autonomy and reproductive freedoms. You slowly but surely have caused a lot of damage to the nuclear family, and you guys think that's a good thing. I mean, I don't see how anybody in their right mind can launch an attack on the nuclear family, a father, a mother, children, and think that that's a bad thing. But even beyond that, with your war that you've waged on men here, you've even pretty much destroyed the liberal men. I mean, your pipeline of liberal men is running really thin on that side. They've either all identified as a woman themselves now, or they're dating other liberal men, because you feminists want nothing to do with them. And quite honestly, if I were them, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with you guys either. Your only choice on the left, as a man, if you want to be a straight man who just gets himself a wife to have children, you have to become neutered. At this point, I find it hard to believe, or if they do exist, are far and few in between, of men and women on the liberal side where the man actually either has the say or a say at all. I say it on my channel from, I guess, more than time to time again, how liberalism is a mental illness, but let's be honest here, feminism's not far behind.
Obviously, has been bombs, missiles, all kinds of stuff. To be clear, I've still not gotten any type of briefing. So just so y'all know, nobody's tried to call us in for a top secret briefing at all as whole sitting members of Congress, but you know, whatever. So I wanted to make sure that y'all knew that. So unfortunately, my information is not any more advanced than the information that you're getting, whether you're watching TV or if you're on social.
Oh my God, y'all are so fucking annoying! God, I hate Republicans. Every time you're presented with a fact, you try to say it's not fact. In what kind of reality are we going to keep living in when you're saying that even reality is not reality? We cannot argue with stupidity any longer, people. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't stand it!
I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him.
It is extremely, white supremacist of us to think, well, in the United States, that's how I want to look at the whole world. Because, let me tell you, across the whole world, there are cultures that recognize a third gender or a non-binary gender.
Okay, so let me get this straight here. If I live in the West, which I do, let's pretend I lived in America. And if I'm thinking, hey, this is how I was raised my whole life, I'm just assuming that this is how they do things in other countries. That makes me a white supremacist somehow. What if I'm a black individual and that's my frame of thought? If I'm a black guy and I live in the States and I'm like, hey, this must be how they do things in China, the way that we do it in America, all of a sudden I turn into a white supremacist? You liberals just love to flap that word out as much as you can, don't you? So outside of the West, there's cultures that recognize a non-binary gender or a third gender. But of course, what do we have here? Another liberal that doesn't want to tell us what countries these are. What populations of people are these? What cultures of people are these that she's talking about? Please let us know.
And also, these people of non-binary gender identity were often looked to as leaders and priests and healers. They are special people because of their rarity.
Okay, so obviously what we have here is somebody who's a big fan of the LGBTQ+ community, and they want to live in make-believe land, because now what she's telling us is that these people, not only were they recognized by other cultures, but they were looked up to. But now she's speaking about this like in a historical point of view, like she dug deep somewhere. She went crate digging through some archives. And lo and behold, guys, we should have known they were right this whole time. It's always been there. Transgender people, non-binary, third genders, you know, just besides male and female, anybody that identified as something different, they were looked upon as a special person because they were rare. So we looked at them as if they were true leaders, healers, priests. Okay, so all of this information is true. Can somebody from the LGBTQ plus community, somebody in the transgender community preferably, a transgender historian, yes, a transgender historian, if any of you are out there, if you can please fill me in, how come we haven't heard about this until maybe the past 10 to 15 years? How come it's only really kicked into overdrive since maybe like 2020? How come, and I will actually quote Bill Maher here, believe it or not, how come if transgenderism is so popular and this is a natural occurrence, how come it only seems to be regional? Now don't get me wrong here, my intent is not to pick on the transgender community. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I'm so sick and tired, and so is most of the general population of the transgender community and people that advocate for them, trying to pull the wool over our eyes and trying to fool us that this is something normal when it's not.
Do you know in Iran, if a woman is assaulted, she's to carry that baby to term, otherwise she has to serve in prison for the rest of her life? Wait a minute, no, that's Mississippi.
What in all of north, south, east, and west hell have you done? You have put us all in danger. What the heck is going on with you? If we make it through, buddy, you better fake it. You better fake it, go to Mars, go to Jupiter, but you better fake it. If we make it through, you better fake it.
I'm dead ass. If you go and celebrate the 4th of July, if you fly that red, white, and blue, I can only assume you're pro-terrorism. Because we are the heart of terrorism. The USA is an evil fucking empire, point blank period. And if this bothers you, go fuck yourself, you terrorist simp.
I found out how to stop World War III. It's really simple. You ready? Overthrow your government. Overthrow the American government. The people do not want war. Do not give it to them.
If women are too emotional to lead, then why are the countries that have women as their primary form of leadership in government some of the happiest and most successful countries? And why are none of them at war? Like, not a single one of them, actually. But yeah, let's say women are too emotional to lead.
MAGA, what did you say? One and done? They just bombed our fucking troops. That's your fault. Every single scratch that those motherfuckers have is your fucking fault. One and done, you naive motherfuckers.
So if you are a veteran and you come in my fucking comments and you talk about this man like he's doing good things for our country, you don't deserve the respect of this country. You deserve to have your record stripped and hung in the stocks because you are a traitor. You're a traitor to your country and you're a traitor to your oath. Your oath was to uphold the Constitution of the United States. It wasn't to suck some orange guy's micropeen. Do you understand? So get the fuck off my page because I hate nobody more than you. Disgusting.
Well, ain't nobody gonna say it. Well, let me be the one to say it. Obama would have never put the whole world in danger. Obama would have never. Clock that T. Obama would have never. I said it. Sure did. He would have never did that. So everybody who voted for Trump, everybody who voted for him for ill intention, just to have hate in your heart, instead of ICE fucking with our Spanish people, picking them up from the workplaces, picking them up from with their kids, and like you picking them up from doing a fucking crime, you picking them up at places where we all go, and that's at work. So instead of y'all go picking up our Spanish brothers and sisters, how about y'all go get y'all president and go take y'all president to Iran, right to their president? How about y'all do that? Leave us alone. Leave our Spanish brothers and sisters alone and go get your president and take them to Iran. Because while you're sitting up here trying to worry about them, you ain't ready for Iran. We're not ready. I don't want Iran to know I had nothing to do with that decision that dummy that he did. I did not approve of that. But nobody want to say that. Obama would have never did that.
Well, if ain't nobody gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. And she's clenching her teeth as she says it, right? Obama would have never. Obama would have never. My gosh, delusional. But if ain't nobody gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. What the hell is that on your head? Was that intentional? Like you put that up on your head and looked at him here and said, all right, perfect, now I'm gonna hit record on a camera? Seriously? All right, but back to Obama. I gotta be honest with you guys. As a Canadian citizen, during Obama's first term, I liked the guy. Even nowadays, even though I know how terrible of a president he ended up turning out being. And I don't mean that because he was an incapable president. He wasn't a Joe Biden. It's just there was a lot of bad intent in his policies. But even up until recently, pretty much all before he came out advocating for Kamala Harris, you put this guy in front of a microphone and he's just so charismatic, it's hard not to like him. And this is what made him so effective as a president. He was able to win over his voters easily. At the time, it was hard not to believe what he was saying. He was very convincing, very well-spoken. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Apparently that's racist nowadays, right? Very articulate in his words. Is that okay? Can I say that? So with all these social skills that he had and the way that he can command a room and command an audience, you can see why the black voters, even still till today, stick behind Obama the way that they do. Yet, all this lady had to do really is just go on Google and, you know, did Obama do this and did Obama do that? She would have completely seen that her argument that she's making here is completely debunked. So not just for you liberals out there, more or less the Obama fan base, like the Obama Swifties. Let's do a little quiz here. Now, the numbers won't be fair here because Obama's done 8 full years. Trump's only done, what, 4.5 so far. So putting them on a side-by-side comparison wouldn't really be fair towards Obama. But with deportations, Obama deported, if I'm going by memory here, 5.3 million. I believe 2 million of them were turnarounds at the borders, and the other 3.3 were literally people that were in the United States illegally that Obama had kicked out. How many of them were white? I don't know that number either. How many of them were brown skin? One thing I do know is majority of them were brown skin. Majority of them had a darker skin tone than mine. So despite the fact that she wants to sit there and say Obama would never, he would have never done this, he earned himself the name Deporter-in-Chief for a reason. And it just so happens that the majority of the people that he deported had a darker skin tone than white people. So does that make him a racist? Or was it okay for him to do it for 2 reasons? Because of the fact that he was a Democrat and because of the fact that he had brown skin himself. And then another question for the Obama Swifties out there. I have a little list here. These countries here, Libya, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Iraq, and Syria. I'm just curious if those are like white-run nations, if that's white culture out there, or are they of darker skin tone? I'm just gonna take a guess here. I'm pretty sure I'm right. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they're all darker skin tone. And these are all countries that Barack Obama dropped bombs on without Congress. And under his Article 2 powers, he was able to drop those bombs without Congress because he was not making a declaration of war. He was within his Article 2 power rights. Very, very similar, exact same thing, to be accurate, as what Donald Trump just performed on Saturday. Yet, you liberals all want to call for his impeachment and say that he had to go through Congress and he didn't have the right to do this. Again, this young lady could have pulled this all up on Google really easily, just like I did. The reason I asked about the skin color of these nations is because if this was Donald Trump that did this, he would be declared the biggest racist on the planet. Yet Barack Obama was able to do this, and he got a Nobel Peace Prize for doing it. At the time, Barack Obama, despite the fact I don't agree with his policies and what type of president he was, but at the time, he determined that he was doing what was within the best interest for the United States of America. And that's exactly what Donald Trump just did. You liberals out there need to do yourselves all a favor, remove those woke tunnel vision glasses that you all have on, use those critical thinking skills that you guys have, and learn to look at and appreciate what's unfolding right in front of your eyes right now. You're watching history in the making pretty much. This is going to be probably the best presidential term that will go down in the record books in United States history. All right, guys, that's it for this one. If you guys like this type of content and you're not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please consider doing so. If not, if you can like the video, share the video, interact with it in one way or another to help me out with that algorithm, that'll be greatly appreciated. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys.
This is a message to all the Trumpsters. All the Trumpsters group together, group together, group together. I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait. This is to all you motherfuckers. My hat goes off to you guys. My hat goes off to you guys. Job well done. I believe you guys made the right decision for this moment in time. Kamala Harris could not handle this type of pressure. She could not handle this type of pressure. Even though President Trump created a portion of it, a little portion of it, she could not handle this type of pressure. What's going on now outside the United States and inside the United States, that's a lot of fucking pressure. And you need a true leader to handle that type of pressure. Kamala Harris could not handle what's going on right now. She ain't had the balls for it. Literally, she ain't had the balls for it. And for those who don't like it, who don't like what I say, I can always be found. I'm in the yellow pages between assholes and don't give a fuck. This is Trump season. This is Trump moment. This is Trump time. Leadership like Trump can handle shit like this. Like I always say, that motherfucker built out of Teflon. Because he got to deal with domestic and international shit all at once. She could not handle this. She was not ready for this type of pressure. So to all you Trumpsters, to all the other people silently who voted for Mr. Trump, my hat off to you. My hat is off to you motherfuckers. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. My hat is off to you guys. This is Trump time, Trump season. True leadership. Because a lot of shit going on throughout the world. And the United States are in everything. So you need a true leader, someone who don't give a fuck. Okay? She could not handle shit like this. Too much is too much. She would have folded. Okay? So once again, to all the Trumpsters, to all the silent Trump voters, my hat is off to you guys. Choice well done. Give yourself a pat on the back and keep it moving. Don't worry about what they say. Keep shit moving. Okay? This is Trump season. Teflon man. I said it. I don't give a fuck.